Hi, how's it going?
It's going good. How about yourself?
Good. Michael Ribble.
James Henry.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
So, is there anything new for you today?
Me and my wife Susan, never had any sort of financial advice before.
Okay.
So we decided that maybe this would be a good time to look into it.
What's awesome?
Considering we have three young kids,
Okay.
you just want to make sure everything's in order.
Yeah.
Just to be prepared for the future, and we thought maybe getting some financial advice would really help, and we were wondering what you guys could do for us.
Well, that's awesome. Well, we absolutely would love to have you here. I think it's a really good idea you're young, it's a good idea to get started young on your savings and everything so you can really get a good plan for your future. And you're worried about your kids' future, so that's awesome. We're here to help with all that.
Yeah, we're really just trying to get the best for them, so we really want to set them up for success.
Yeah. Well, tell me a little bit more about your kids.
Okay, so we have three kids. Josh, who is 11. We have Mike, our second oldest. He is 8. And Julie is just turned 6.
Awesome. Do you mind if I take notes on this?
Absolutely, go ahead.
Awesome. So, do they have any hobbies?
Yes, Josh is a huge basketball fan. He plays basketball for like some sort of rec team kind of thing. He's pretty good.
That's
taught
good.
him a few moves. Yeah, he's learning from the best.
There you
go. And then Mike likes baseball. He prefers to watch it more than likes to play it, but he still plays a little bit.
Impressive sport for a kid his age to like to watch.
Yeah,
it's pretty boring.
He gets into. I think so too, but And then Julie, we tried getting her into soccer. So far, she's liking that. She's still young. We just wanted to get her involved in some sort of activity.
Yeah, it's good for kids, young kids, to get involved in athletic and stuff.
We thought so. Yeah, that's why we put all of them in there.
That's good. Well, tell me more about your life. Like you married. Tell me about your wife.
Okay, so I work as an architect.
Okay.
And my wife works as a child physician in Lubbock.
Okay. Have you done anything recently, architectural-wise?
I have. I've done several things, but probably the most notable thing I've recently done was kind of our work during the inception of the new practice facility here at Texas Tech for the football stadium.
That's awesome. That's cool.
Anything to help out the fellow Red Raiders.
So did you go to Tech?
I sure did, yeah.
Awesome,
yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
It's a good school.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's a fun school.
Yeah, I'm ready for the football season to start up again.
Yeah.
I can take my family maybe to some football games, see how that goes.
That'd be fun. Hopefully the football team doesn't catch on fire like the material at the...
Yeah, well, that was out of my hands, so I like to imagine that not being my fault.
That's good. I wouldn't blame it on you.
Yeah, Yeah, so one of the main concerns that we have moving forward is we have 3 young kids, so obviously we're concerned about planning for their education and education funding.
So do y'all have a savings account right now set up?
We do. We have a savings account for $35,000 in it for all 3. Hoping maybe we'll be able to build from there. We don't really know for sure if they're all going to go to college.
Yeah, college for everybody.
Their grades look pretty good, so they definitely have the ability to. But we don't want to push them to go to college, do anything they don't want to do.
Yeah.
However, we do want to be prepared in case all 3 of them decide to go to college. We also don't know if they want to go to private or public schools, and they're just really not old enough to have really looked into what they want to do. So we kind of want to be open about preparing for any sort of circumstance because we want to provide.
So do they have any other interests other than the basketball, baseball, and soccer?
They like to just be outside. They're really outdoor kids.
Fun.
They like to hang around our neighborhood and just hang out with it, because there's a lot of kids the same age in our neighborhood. They go to the same school, so it's a pretty good community to raise our kids, we believe. So
that's good.
Yeah.
So are y'all in any investments right now?
Yeah, we currently we have an investment account that has about $100,000 in it.
Okay. What do you have that in?
Right now, it's pretty heavily involved in the technology industry.
Okay.
We really don't know much about investments. I just kind of read something about some good funds to be in, or sort of what kind of industry I should look into investing in. Technology seemed to be a big one.
How long have you been in it now?
About 10 years.
Okay.
And it's done pretty well for us. We've seen pretty steady growth. So we kind of like where that's at right now.
So how heavily would you say that you're invested in it? Like
it's
percentage-wise?
Probably about 90%.
90%?
Yeah.
So would you say you're opposed of spreading it out and kind of getting it diversified a little bit?
I would say I'm slightly opposed as of right now.
Okay.
Just because, I mean, I like the kind of growth I've seen. I really don't want to lose. I feel like taking it out of that would just end up me not getting as much money.
So have you heard of like diversifying your portfolio and everything?
I don't really know much about that, no.
Okay, well, what that is where we take a look at all your stocks and we try and get it spread out throughout several industries, several different industries, so we can make sure that if a certain industry does take a hit and you are only in that industry, then you're going to tank. You'll go with it. And so what we try and do is we try and make sure that you're on level playing ground with everything else. And so if something does go down, we can use other things to pick it back up, and we can try and keep an app pretty consistent rate of return. And so we can try and get like a number where you're comfortable with. We'll have to talk about it. We'll have to get there with it.
Are you expecting the technology industry to not do well?
No, I wouldn't say I'm expecting it to not do well, but it's just not a good idea to be 90% of your 100,000. That's a lot of money to have chances go. Would you say that you're a risk adverse person?
I am. Having a family, 3 young kids and a wife. I'm not in a position to be gambling away their future, let alone mine.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like to make sure I'm not doing anything too risky.
Well, then what we advise for most of our clients to do is to try and do that diversification and not just try and be so caught up into one industry. It's just safer. It keeps you, make sure that you're not going to go down with anything if anything does happen. If there's a market crash, then we can keep you a little bit as protected as we can.
Well, I also wanted to talk to you about an emergency fund.
Okay, so do you have anything saved up right now?
We do. We have 2 months of Susan's income, which she makes as a physician $145,000 a year.
Okay.
And I'm making $105,000 a year as an architect. But we have 2 months of her income put away in case something were to come up. Is that kind of what you recommend? We're not really too sure about how to set up our emergency fund.
Well, let me ask you this: how long do you think that you could sustain the way you're living life right now on that 2 months of income?
Probably not much. Just 2 months of her income. We
and so
both mine and hers.
And so, what we would advise, safe would be you can do 3 months of both of your monthly income would be nice. But what we would rather, it's a little better of an idea to probably do 5 to 6 months, just to make sure that if anything does happen, either one of your jobs, you will have your standard of living throughout that time period where you're looking to find something else to do. And so it's just a better idea to keep safe and make sure that you can keep everything your family needs over those 6 months or 5 months, whatever you decide to do.
And how long do you think how long should that take to implement?
Well, it'd be nice to implement as soon as you can, just as much as you can when you can. If an event comes up where you can't save as much that month, I mean, it happens, but just save when you can, get the money there, just to try and get that fund so if anything does come up, then you'll be ready. If somebody gets sick, if an accident happens, it's always nice to know that you don't have to worry about going into debt for that.
Yeah. I also wanted to talk about, so we have a few houses.
Okay.
We have our house in Lubbock and also 2 vacation homes.
Where are those at?
We have one in Colorado. Susan's family, her mom and dad are from Colorado.
Awesome, I love going to Colorado. Y'all go up there a lot?
We do. That's one of the reasons we bought the vacation home is because it's by a ski resort. So we can visit with the whole family.
So y'all take the kids go skiing too?
Oh, we take everybody. Yeah,
That's
we
awesome.
have a good time there.
It's actually one of my personal favorite hobbies.
Skiing?
Snowboarding.
Okay. Yeah, we have Mike who likes to snowboard.
Okay.
The rest of us go skiing. He likes to be a rebel.
I like Mike.
Yeah. So we have that in Colorado. That was worth about $340,000. and then we have one in California. California is a bit different. We don't really have anyone there. We just like visiting the beaches.
Yeah.
We're big Southern California. Go down there and visit the beach.
It's a good place to take your family.
Yeah, we enjoyed surfing and all that stuff. The kids are outdoor people, so we try to be outdoor people as well. Yeah, take them to do all sorts of stuff. So that house in California is $500,000.
So y'all want to get rid of those?
We are actually.
Okay.
We just don't. I mean, with all the kids in school, they have their activities. As fun as it is to get out, it's hard to keep going up. It's just kind of seems like a waste of money to have the houses.
So if you do decide to sell them,
Mm-hmm.
is there somewhere that you think that money, where you'd like to place that money?
I'm not sure, but I would assume we'd probably put that towards education.
Okay.
We haven't really been, me and my wife haven't really been too concerned about our retirement. We probably aren't doing as much as we should, just because we're so concerned about funding the kids' education right now.
Well, we have time to worry about the kids' funding. We can get there. We'll get there. If you sell both of those homes, you're looking at a pretty good chunk of money, and there's a lot of things we can do with that. So we just need to kind of talk and see where. I would like for your wife to come in too, Susan, at some point, if you feel comfortable with that.
I'll definitely get her in here. She didn't think maybe she needed to come this time because mostly I do the financial stuff. But I'm sure she would have no problem meeting with you.
Well, I'd really enjoy coming here if she would come and just speak both of you all and kind of see where she kind of sees things going. It would be a little easier on my part to help make sure that y'all are satisfied with what's going on.
So what should we do? So I'm not too sure what my retirement is gonna, I'm pretty nervous about.
How far away are you from retirement?
I would say probably about 25 years.
Okay.
So.
Do you have any retirement savings right now?
I'd have a little bit, have about maybe 100,000.
Okay.
I haven't really saved much. My wife has saved a little bit more, but not that much either. Like I said, most of the money we have is going towards paying for stuff for the kids. We kind of are a bit short-sighted right now in that way, so we are a little bit nervous about outliving our money.
Well, that's where the investments will come in.
Mm-hmm.
That's when we can hopefully get a better return. Maybe not a better return than you're getting now, but a more consistent return to where you will have more money by the time you retire. You'll be ready to do it. And so we can see where y'all want to put that money. Well, we need to see what y'all's goal, what you think you might need in retirement. What is y'all's plans after retirement?
I think we'd like to probably move out of Texas. I think even though we want to sell our house in California now, we probably want to go back eventually down the line.
And actually live there.
Just because my wife really likes the beach.
Yeah.
She's more of a relaxed kind of person. So you gotta please the wife.
Yeah.
And
happy wife, happy life.
Exactly. So and I'm not opposed to relaxing either.
Yeah.
So I'd be happy living down in California. We like to stay active. We're pretty active right now. We just want to make sure we have free time to really
enjoy your retirement.
Stay on the beach,
Yeah.
do some sort of activities. Hopefully, maybe we still have our sea legs and we could do some sort of surfing or something. I don't know, but So I think we'd probably sell our house in Lubbock and eventually go to California.
Okay.
I don't really see another place we'd end up going. That'd probably be where we end up. But like I said, or like you said, I should bring my wife in here.
Yeah.
Because we haven't talked too much about retirement.
Well, it's a ways off, but it's always being on my side. I really like to get the whole picture before, so we can make sure that I know your goals and that you know what we're trying to achieve here with you. And so it'll be easier if she's here too, so we can make sure everyone's on the same page and we're all going where we want to go with it.
Okay, so I'm sorry, I'm just not very good at this whole investment stuff.
It's okay.
If you would, I'm having trouble understanding why we wouldn't want to get out of the technology industry.
Well, it's just dangerous, kind of. You say that you're risk averse, so we'd like to build on that and try and make sure that you're losing or not having as much risk as much as you can, but still having a return that'll make you happy. And so what we need to do is, whenever we sit down and talk, we need to see, we'll find other industries that you like as well. If you do decide to diversify, where we can sit down and actually look at the numbers and make sure, like we're here for you. We're here to work for you, make sure you do what you want to do. And we're here to make sure that we can give you a rate of return wherever we can. And so we need to sit down, look at everything, really get in depth with it, and we can look where you see comfortable, where you see, and we'll tell you our opinion. Like I'll tell you my opinion where I think growth is coming and where it's safe. And so it's just not a good idea to be completely invested in one thing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, 90%, that's a lot all in one industry.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's just trying to be proactive just in case. It's just in case something was to happen. Because the market fluctuates, and so it's been going up for the past 5 years that you've been in it, and so maybe a downturn's coming up. I'm not predicting that, but you just never know, and so it's nice to know that even if something were to happen, then you're still safe and you have your money.
So what would you suggest would be the